Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very chilled and indeed quite nice ruby breakfast. I think that is blood orange, pink grapefruit, apple, maybe even some pineapple in there. Either way, welcome back to Prison Architect and the Extreme Testing Initiative. This is the part of the series where we put the prison through its paces by inducing certain events and behaviours that may or may not occur naturally during the prison's environment and life cycle. And that's basically me saying we're going to basically tell the prisoners to do things that they probably want to do but have not been able to. Do things like have a mass riot, have a run-out, escape attempt, and, well, also get armed. So let's just go over to, where is it? Is it deployment or is it, oh, it's in staff, I think. And let's just work up a little bit. And the one I'm most worried about is instant jailbreak. So this basically forces every single inmate, which in this particular case is 339 inmates, to basically try and get out the front door. So I'm not going to do anything other than guard response at the front. Now, normally, I would not, I'm going to also say bang up as well, I would not normally initiate any sort of guard response, because the idea is to see what the guards do themselves and see if they can stop this. Now, I think this is going to have a lot of inmates simply leaving because, frankly, it's not overly secure. We've already found that out with our own escape attempt. You know, it's a noteworthy thing. It's not as if that, like, we're just finding this out. But yeah, you're having an absolute flood of inmates that are just heading for the doors. And once the door is open, that is basically game over. This would be a failure state. Yeah. But they're pounding on the door there, and then for whatever reason the door is just opened, and then, yep, you can see the escapes flying up. So this is already onto 50-odd escapes. We've had 8 deaths as well. I am actually surprised at how many inmates were stopped through the middle, which is curious, but we're getting in, well, how have we got now? 83 escapes? Yeah, I expected it to go over 100, so even though it's 83, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm actually quite surprised at how, you know, a few inmates got out. We did initiate a guard response, and we did do a bang-up. I'll just turn that off now, because it's pretty much not really serving anything. Actually, it should have been locked down anyway, so no, it wasn't doing anything. Right, okay, what have we learned? Well, apparently when every single inmate wants to try and leave through the front door, they've pretty much got a set of keys themselves. We have stopped a lot of inmates, but yeah, about 85 got out. Okay, well, that was if they try and get out through the front door. We did expect that, but let's see what sort of carnage is going to be perpetrated when they all want to fight. So loading back in, and it's about the same time as before, and this time we're going to do an instant fight. So every single inmate now wants to fight, and I expect, obviously, a lot of inmates to start to run out, or maybe attack staff, or just smash some stuff up. In fact, you can see there's a lot of damage here. You've got them breaking in the shower heads, breaking the beds. We've got some inmates who are not only fighting, but also running to the front door. In fact, no, some are coming down into here. Now, because of the fight, they might be wanting access to the armory, which we don't have on this facility, so I don't know where they're going, or whether they're just coming down to get healed. I'm not too sure. What was it note, actually, is that so far we've only had 7 deaths. We can see there are guards in and around here, and they are subduing the inmates using a combination of baton and taser. We do have, I believe it's 70 guards. 70 guards, yes, with 30 available. And so far, less than 10 deaths. That is very surprising. It's very surprising. There's a guy called YouTube. Yeah, they're called YouTube. Anyway, is that pretty much it? Is it pretty much calmed down? I think it might be. There's already workers repairing things that have been broke. Obviously, there's a bit of water leakage here. Hopefully we're not on a meter, because that would be spinning with all this water. But guards are still stopping inmates rioting. That guy was rioting over bacon there, which I can understand people doing. In fact, some of the people that are being killed are not even inmates or guards. They're just a poor gardener that's been loaded onto the hearse. Okay, well, there's a lot of repairing to do, but the main takeaway was that we have a decent staffing level, I think. So it means that, yes, the inmates have not done any major permanent damage. All right, let's try that again with a bit of riot. So again, around about the same time here, let's just go over to the instant riot. This is going to be obviously a bit different here. So we've got, let's see, what's it going up to? It's over 300, almost every inmate. 330 inmates are rioting. We have 341. So because they're in their cells, their main riot thing would just be to basically smash up their cell and try to break out. Because we've got a lot of the sort of nice doors here, it's not going to be too much of an issue because it's not going to spill out into anywhere else where they can take things over. The one I am concerned about is in here where we've got the common room. We do have a death. That is an inmate that's, well, sorry, a guard that's been taken out by, might have been this person. Destruction and attack staff, doesn't say murder though. Whereas this inmate, oh yeah, it's definitely that one, because the doggo, which is Griffin, who is exhausted and raging, has, taken out the inmate. If the dog handler is taken out, then the dog really isn't subdued anymore and will keep on om-nom-nomming at the, at the offender. So we're down to 150 now, rioting. So, like I say, it's sort of spilled out now a little bit into the yard and such, but nothing else really has happened. They haven't taken control of the canteen. They haven't really been running into, say, forestry to get some weapons or anything like that. We've got Alex Venny here, who has taken out this guard. Got a set of keys there, and what was going on there? Let's just have a look at... Oh yeah, there you go. So the canteen has been taken over by Ed Cadwell, and we've got Creaser trying to break out. We've got Lee just running around. We've got another death there, which is Tom White, and we're down to now 70. Well, it's still heading down. Inmates that are rioting, down to 60 now. It's basically plummeting down. So this will be over in probably less than 10 seconds. And yeah, there we go. Okay, these are a mix of just a bit of fun and also learning about the facility. What have we learned? The temporary permanent infirmary is massively, like a lot of health services, stretched to its limit. So yeah, we should probably have made that a bit bigger. I guess I could have put it over here where the calling booths are, but no matter, we don't need to go back now. Like I say, this is exceptional set of circumstances you wouldn't normally have, unless you've done something hideously wrong. You wouldn't normally have every single inmate in the facility go to a riot straight away. It would normally spill out a bit more organically. Anyway, we're going to try one more thing, and this definitely wouldn't happen organically. And this is where we find out what happens if every single inmate is furnished with some sort of weapon. So it ranges from a wooden baton to a revolver to a submachine gun. They can get shotguns and sniper rifles and lighters technically as well, and you can hear drills, and you can hear people getting out. So we've got a couple of shotguns there that people have stopped, and what happens often when they've got these weapons is they've got things like Matt Wood here who's charging to the front door. What often happens is they're not just rioting, but they've got weapons and they're going to use them to get out, and that's exactly what's sort of happening here. We do have prisoner Timms, Ian Timms, who's now running with a sniper rifle, and I haven't told the guards to congregate around the front door. It just seems to happen naturally because, well, this is where the security room is, I guess. Oh yeah, I said previously that there isn't an armory. There is an armory, it's there. Right, that's a lot of riot actually. We've got over 200 people rioting and people trying to get out through the front. We've got 25 deaths and it is increasing and it's going to probably keep increasing. I'm concerned that has there not been any breakout yet? No, look at that. Ian Tim, why are all these going? Why are all these dog handlers going? Oh, their dogs have been killed, so they're leaving. Right, okay. We're up to 41 deaths here and still over 170 people rioting. It's going to slowly head down. We've even got some protective custody inmates here as well. There you go, there's Austin Nash. And yeah, we're definitely trying to get out there over here. I mean, it appears that they're just sort of fighting now. How many guards have we got? We have 58 regular guards, so we are losing guards as time goes by. We've got some protective custody that they've taken control of that. We've still got some guys just unloading into the toilet there. You can see like they're just unloading all the shells, pumping that into the into the loo. What are these guys even fighting with or over? I don't know. Okay, they've got this guy here running around with a shotgun but not using it. It's just like an exercise piece of equipment for them now. And oh, well, that's a very slippery running track, isn't it? It's very yes. Yes, there's a lot of blood around there. Don't think you'll be running on that anytime soon. So normally we don't do this, but I am going to bring in riot police and paramedics. Normally we'd have figured out and thinking everything will have stopped by now, but not so much. I think just because there's so many inmates, considering how many inmates we have to staff. I don't think this is understaffed, I wouldn't say that, but I do think it is obviously something we have to be aware of, that we've got. Let me just get all these guys in. We do have to have this extra layer of security. So these are your riot police. They come in the same form. They have a sort of riot helmet, big shield, a baton, etc. You can't like get ones equipped with weapons, but there is I believe it's called the National Guard in the game. If you go to a failure state and you've got, I think, a certain amount of hours to fix the problem. If you don't fix that problem within an allotted time, it goes to failure state, and you basically the National Guard get called in to basically put up with, basically force you out, and then you're actually brought in to your own facility in the end, I believe. Or actually, that could be different effects depending on what type of failure. Anyway, what is of note is that the riot police have actually been, a lot of them have been taken out. I mean, to be fair, they're running at people with machine guns, so it's sort of like, you know, to be expected. This is, again, a bit different now. So normally what happens is things will kick off, everyone will fight, people will run for the door and leave, and then, you know, we'll basically subdue all the nonsense that's going on. But that's actually not happened here. Even with riot police, 3 sets of, even though there's only like 1 or 2 people alive in each one, they haven't been able to put down the riot. The guards haven't been able to do it either, hence why we called in the extra help. And it continues. It's just slowly continuing because it's not getting put out. So the death toll keeps on rising. 123 now. I mean, we could get rid of the riot police and then call them back in. There's an elite ops team. Oh yeah, so you've got that. But we don't have the air. Well, we don't have helipads, so we can't bring in the elite ops team. That's 1 special unit helicopter and 4 elite ops. I think those might be armed. I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's been a bit of Prison Architect and the Extreme Testing Initiative. What have we learned? Well, we've learned that prisoners, if they have the opportunity to walk out of prison, they will take that opportunity. If they're going to riot, then they do so quite well, and we're all equipped with various level of weaponry. And it, like I say, it keeps on going. I mean, this would be a failure state, obviously. It's a matter of time now. Nearly 130 prisoners, 130 deaths, and a lot of those being staff. Look at that, and some inmates, I'm guessing, as well. But mainly, I think, will be a lot of staff. They didn't get out, inmates. There wasn't any escapes, but there certainly was a level of riot, and it's just lots of red across the entire thing. Anyway, we're going to leave that for now. That's been in Prison Architect. If you have any tips, comments, suggestions for the series as a whole, then by all means let me know in the comments, and what you would like to see in the future, would like to hear that too. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.